Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR HaLacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Friday, 8th day of February, 3rd day of Adar Rishon. We're starting a new unit now, and we're going to be talking about all the laws and customs about visiting cemeteries. Here goes. First of all, what's the idea? Like, where do we see that it began even in the Bible, early stories where it's a Jewish thing to go visit a burial place? So, one famous one that's mentioned in Chumash is when Yosef went to see the place, or at least he talks about the place of visiting where his mother Rachel was buried. So that is like an early allusion to this idea that it is appropriate to go visit a deceased person in a cemetery. Um, we know that Kalev, when he went on the spy mission together with the other 11 spies to see Israel, he went to the Ma'aras HaMachpelah, the double cave where Adam and Eve are buried, Avram and Sarah, etc. He went to visit that spot to pray there by the spot where our forefathers were buried. The Gemara in Bava Metzia talks about how a person was healed after having gone to visit the kever, the burial place of Rabbi Chia. So those are places where it's mentioned in the Bible, and then where it's mentioned also in Gemara that this person in Bava Metzia has talked about how he was actually healed from issues and sicknesses after having visited the kever, the burial place of Rabbi Chia. The Sefer Hasidim says that this can be like hard for us to relate to, but that the Mesim, the deceased, enjoy, quote unquote, the fact that people are visiting them. So, and then there is a discussion in the Svarim at many different levels whether it's a mitzvah, like you're commanded to go do this, or whether it's just a good custom. So that's not fully decided. There are opinions each way, but it's at the very least, a good custom to go visit the deceased in a cemetery. There are some people who, following some ideas that are in mysticism, in Kabbalah, don't go to make visits at cemeteries. So there are people who do that. But even those who don't go are lenient when it's the situation of a great righteous person. In other words, that kind of person could say, I don't go. I don't go to visit dead people in cemeteries, but we're going to visit the tzaddik so-and-so. And most people are lenient and say, yeah, go for that. The Maharil talks about how a cemetery is a holy place, and tefillahs are answered more readily, prayers are answered more readily when they're said in a cemetery. Now, it does not mean that the deceased are performing miracles for you. We Jewish people pray only to God, but through the merit of your praying in those areas, God may more readily answer your tefillos. Now, there are certain days of the year, we're not near any particular one of them right now, but there are certain days of the year that are considered more special to go, and they are days like Tisha B'Av, the fast, the day before Rosh Hashanah, the day before Yom Kippur, throughout the month of Elul. But please note, Shabbos or Yom Tov or Chol HaMoed is not a good time to go visit a cemetery. But again, if it's the burial places of tzaddikim, of righteous people, you can be lenient in that situation also, possibly even on Shabbos, Yom Tov, or Chol HaMoed. Thanks for logging on. Have a great Shabbos, and log on again after Shabbos for more. Bye-bye.